Hey friends, good morning. Welcome to my bathroom. I'm going to get ready and change up the content because we've been moving a lot and I kind of wanted to slow down and chat with you. So let's get ready. I'm using the Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. If you need links to things, I can try and help you out, but please remember I'm the cheapest person ever. So if it's not, cheap, then I probably won't be sharing the link, if that makes sense. So sometimes this is on Walmart for cheap, sometimes it's on Amazon for cheap, sometimes you can even go to your local health food store and find it for super cheap. So yeah, definitely look into that, but most of my links are going to be from Amazon because it's the cheapest. So hope you're doing well wherever you are. If you're new here, hi, my name's Tory. I make motherhood content, motherhood on a budget. I try and keep it realistic. We try and go for motivation and positivity in this journey because it's not always positive and it's not always motivational. But like I said, that mix between keeping it real and just, ebbing and flowing with everything that life throws at you, that's the kind of content I like to make. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button. My goal with this video today is to do this with one take. And I find that that's the easiest way for me to edit. I edit very late at night and I just, I'm exhausted, so I don't really have a lot of time to edit, and I feel like just leaving it as is the best part, unless some child back here screams or something, but everybody is either napping and or outside playing with their dad. So I'm using the NYX Conceal Correct Contour. If you've been here before, it took me a little bit to figure this out, but I figured it out. So I'm going in with this shade. I would say I'm a neutral skin tone. I might have some olive hues, but I go under the eye, I go on the chin, like any blemishes that I have, I try and get that out of there. And then I go up here, but I don't really like to accentuate that area. And then in this video, I kind of wanted to show you this new face oil that I've been making. I really love it and it's been working, so I'm excited. It's kind of like the Botox in a bottle, that famous oil from Olive Tree people. I really want to try their stuff, but I just don't have it in the budget. I don't know if I will ever, but someday. I have a few friends that sell it, so I would love to support them and go from there. But I did find a DIY oil that kind of works well, so we'll see if it continues to work. I'm all about aging. I'm okay with that, but I do like to take care of my skin. So I feel like there is room for both. And I understand that I won't stay youthful forever, but taking care of aging skin is really important. So I feel like I need to continue to do that. So I just rubbed this in, and honestly, I'll probably maybe I'll go over it with my skin tone here. I'm gonna go over it with this, but yeah, I wanted to sit down, chat with you, kind of talk about the haps, what's been going on. That skin tone's just going over some of my melasma, like the age spots. I use vitamin C like a fiend, but they just come about. I don't wear sunscreen, so, and I don't go out in the sun constantly, but the sun is good for us. We've been conditioned to believe that it's not, so encourage everyone to go out there, eat a nourishing diet that is not going to scar you from the sun, and do all the things. Get some beta carotene into your diet. Definitely watch what times you go out. Don't go out at like the high peaks of the sun, and try and wear a hat. If you forget, then you forget. So like I was saying, we are doing a lot of moving. The photographer comes like super soon. So at this point, we have gotten most of the decluttering out and most of the DIYs, I guess like kind of home renos that we're doing on our own. But the last thing we need to do is paint, and we've been waiting. We have 3 children under the age of 5, and we just feel like it's smart to wait because we'll get frustrated. I know it. My husband and I will definitely get frustrated. I wouldn't say we're necessarily chill people, like we're not the calm parent. We've definitely been the rage parent, we've been the impatient parent, but we try our best to hold it together and to show appropriate responses. But we're human and we're working on ourselves and we're just trying to parent. I myself have some, I don't know, some attention issues. I get very overstimulated, so I am very adamant about wellness and what I do to nourish myself and my body to take care of that. So I am all about the supplements lately, you know that, and I will go over that in this video too, because we're chatting about wellness. We're chatting about, you know, keeping a sound mind during these times of uncertainty. So this is the e.l.f. taupe. So I brushed my brows up. I'm not necessarily a brow like lamination fan. I think it looks really good on people, but I'm just brushing my brows up and out just so I can brush them. So I kind of brush them back down. I think it looks good on some people, but not me. So here we go. Okay, and my brows don't really stay like that. I take the brow pen and go from here, but I'm probably going to lose track of what I've been saying, so I do apologize. But we'll probably get frustrated if the kids get marks on the wall, so we might like wait until the last 2 days, you know, because you don't want a showing to come in and then someone rub up against the wall and get white paint on them. Although that would be something that would happen to us. We just don't want that to happen. So other than that, you know, we just have to paint and then stage. So we got some things for the wall. Like we have things like this, but we just don't have any accent pieces that would look good as staging of the home. So I did want to kind of fill you in on that. There was talk with the realtor and me and my husband about taking, I'm gonna put my makeup bag down here. So about packing up and moving, just moving, and then having a stager come in and stage the home. And that would have been the easiest option for me as a stay-at-home mom and as someone that is kind of stuck right now in the moving process. I don't have anything to do with our stuff, and I told you in the last video that that is where my stress is at, that I'm gonna have to get rid of all this stuff after the staging. So my husband said he might be able to take off some time at work. If you're new here, he's in law enforcement. His schedule is sporadic. We are so fortunate to be part of an agency now that allows us to have support. Agencies in the past just, they were too large in my opinion, so they didn't really support, this sounds selfish, I get like the family unit, like if you are a law enforcement spouse, you understand that they preach about that in the academy, like the family unit and how it's important, and I absolutely agree. But when you have this schedule, when you have the schedule of just like messing with a person's sleep schedule, I mean, most first responders understand this, then it's really hard to be like a normal family unit. So I feel like that was where I was getting frustrated, but now the agency that he's at is just so supportive and such like a family dynamic, and I absolutely love that. Someone's found me. Oh, a Delilah. Hello. Hold please, we will have to pause the video. Okay, I'm back. I did my lashes off camera. I did that in the last Get Ready With Me, so you can look probably last week's video or the week before that. But I'm going in with that bronzer, and I did use that as my crease for my eyeshadow, but I'm going and doing like some contouring. So I go under my lip, I go right here, I go up the bridge of my nose. I wouldn't say I put it on heavy, but like I put it on heavier so I can take away. And then I take a fluffy brush and I go kind of on top of my cheekbone. I know some people go under, but that's just the way my face is. I'm gonna have to redo that because I got glue, I sneezed and got the lash glue on the bottom of there, so let me go back. But I of course forget what I was saying. I feel like the last part of it was we have a very supportive agency that he works for right now. So he's able to, you know, apply for jobs and head back to Pennsylvania whenever he needs to take like a test of the job. If you don't know like anything about law enforcement, like I didn't, I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert, like it's an extensive interview process. It will probably take like 3 months or something. And, you know, different states vary. So after he's hired, then they'll do, it's called FTO typically. And that's kind of like when you ride along with an officer, you are an employee and you have your badge. I believe you still have your firearm. I don't know if you can make any arrests, but that's another like 3 months where you're just, you know, kind of learning the geography and the laws and all of that. So I have family in law enforcement, and they were gonna give like a rundown to my husband about certain things, but every area varies. So it's a lot to take in, but yeah, that's where we're at with that. So we were going to stage and then head out, but there's a lot of risk involved with that. One being, you know, the house may not sell. We don't see that happening, but it's a very real possibility, especially in this market. So we would move back there and still be paying a mortgage on a home that we're not living in, if that makes sense. And then another pitfall to that would be my husband would probably stay here for as long as possible so he could continue to get a salary instead of abruptly leaving a salary. So that would separate us, and we just don't feel like that is the correct thing to do for our children and our current situation. We don't want to be separated. So I understand there's a lot of sacrifice involved with this move, but it's been a challenge to just work around that. So we all agreed that putting the house on the market while we're living here and just carting the kids out whenever there's a showing or an improvement, like a repairman that needs to come in, is the best bet. And it's going to be a challenge on me, but I have friends and I have places to go if I do need to leave the home abruptly for showings, you know, and you can put your preferences for showings. They could tell you 24 hours in advance or 2 hours in advance, and that's really where we're at. So we are staging the home with the decor items that we have. I mean, I don't think our style is like absolutely dated or terrible. It's not perfect. There's room for improvement, but we can get it clean and minimal, and I think that's what's important. So I've been working really hard to do that. We have a few things from Amazon coming, and I will show you that in an upcoming video. We decided on a few other things, so we're doing that. And then everything that we're moving with us goes to the garage. So like books and the kids' toys and things like that. And then it kind of just goes in there, and it's understood that, hey, we're moving, so your garage doesn't have to look like this, but you know, does that make sense? So I don't know, that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm gonna do my eyeliner off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, back. I've really just been doing the lash line like wing. Hey, Louie.
Okay, what found?
Let me see quick. Wow, Louie, thank you. So pretty. Okay, be gentle with him. What are you going to name him?
Louie.
Louie too, okay, that's cool. All right, let's take him outside. Aw. So yeah, I've been doing just the lash line. She's a girl after my own heart. We love all the bugs, the spiders, the frogs, all the things. I don't know if Emmy will, but we'll see. And then I'm going the Cupid's bow. And then, I don't know, just hoping that that doesn't look goofy on camera. I've never claimed to know what I'm doing with makeup, but I've tried. Then I just take chapstick and go over. It's still, I mean, it's still dry here in the summer for Colorado, but I did the robe curls last night, and I've been doing them for years. Memory popped up the other day. I don't want a straight line. But yeah, so all I do is the next day take them out. I've already taken them out, obviously. My hair was just in a bun. And then I kind of go right here. This is all my postpartum. It's getting there. Remember when it was like right to here? But yeah, that's all my postpartum hair growth. And I kind of just go and I don't comb through. I just separate the curls. Like, that always happens, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. You know, when it just settles. My hair usually ends up in a low ponytail, and I was gonna get really wild and try a middle part yesterday, but I don't have the face for it. It looks goofy every time I try it. So yeah, I just go through here, and my hair texture is wavy, but it's always been like curly wavy, and then I was dyeing my hair by myself for a while there and just really ruining it, and it kind of just didn't have any texture, and now it's back to this, and I'm going to show you what improved that because it's amazing. So yeah, this is what we're working with. And then you know, I think that's all I wanted to talk about, kind of give you a status update. What's happening? Let me see here. There we go. Give you a status update of the timeline because it's quickly approaching. I'm excited for Pennsylvania fall. I know that I'm gonna be experiencing that, so very excited. My best friends have been texting me and they're just excited. Another kind of, not wrench, but another thing that's been involved in this plan is homeschooling for Y, so it's a little bit tricky, the homeschool laws in Pennsylvania, so registering him in an area that I don't know, you know, like where we're living, that's been a challenge. So we've just been trying to keep some sort of normalcy. I will say we don't really follow a curriculum like consistently. We really love the good and the beautiful, but we are going for an unschooling route, and we want experiences and real life knowledge. For me, I don't want to put limits on my kids, but for my son specifically, I just don't want him to be in a building for 8 hours a day. If you have done that with your children, there's no judgment. I think I was a teacher. I think that's okay too, but I am fortunate enough to be able to be home with him right now, and you know, I'm very introverted, but I've made myself into an extrovert so I can allow police officer, allow him to be with homeschool groups. You know, it's uncomfortable for me to like go out and meet new moms, but it's important for me as a mother to be able to allow him to have those experiences. So a lot of people, you know, critique the social aspect of homeschooling, and it's just one of those things where, like, if you haven't experienced it, then you just can't speak on it. I know that's really dividing and hard for some people to wrap their head around, myself included, but I've worked in a school. I've worked in several different schools with several different models. I've worked at a Waldorf school. I've worked at a Montessori school. I've worked at a public school. I've worked at a private school, and it's just, I don't know. I haven't been fully immersed in all of them. Majority of my time was spent in a public school, but socially he's gonna be just fine. And I mean, all of my children are, honestly. And if homeschooling doesn't work out for us, if it's not something that they are going to choose to do, then we will find some sort of public school that we agree with. But right now, in society, in the climate that we're in, we just feel that it's important to teach them life skills at home and to be with other like-minded families, but at the same time, we want them to experience different types of people. And we think they can do that on the East Coast, just a little bit more. That's just my opinion from what I've seen. And I feel like that's important for every child. So I did want to touch on homeschooling. I know a lot of you were curious, and again, I'm an open book, so I'm not going to get it right all the time, but I'm learning as I go. I'm going to be a lifelong learner. I don't think anyone has it truly figured out. So that is what's going on with that. I'm going to take you to the kitchen so we can get going on the whole wellness supplement situation. Okay, very real and vulnerable if you're new here, but we spoke about the paint colors in the last video, and we are just going to be doing this wall, and this wall over here. And the paint color that won is the Tonne's Inlet. It's this one right here. In the sample though, they did give us the, what was it, gloss finish, and we need a matte, so that's why it looks a little darker. But that was the antique white, and then that was the quail's egg. So I feel like the Tanne's Inlet is the closest we're gonna get. Again, if you're new here, this isn't a paint color. This is the spackling that they did it with. So you can't wipe any dirt off that wall. And it bothered me as a mother because the room looked dirty and there was nothing I could do about this area. But for this area, we are stacking the beds. We are going to not do the space theme. We're just gonna flip it over and do blue. We'll probably keep this mural. I think it looks nice in the room. I know it's a little unique, but it goes with our little rustic mountain theme. And then we are keeping this as well. I mean, for showings, we're not gonna like take a picture of that and put it as the listing, but for showings, this will work well. My sweet aunt got me that and I love it. I'm always gonna be cherishing that. So that obviously is coming with us. We'll have to take that down. But the kids' chalkboard was here. Where Wilder learned how to write. Man, I'm getting sentimental. And then this dresser is actually coming right here. And then we are gonna put a wall hanging other than my macrame one. Wow, look at that wall. See? The kids' room looks dirty like that. Oy vey. And that is where Delilah's crib was. So she like scratched up against it, puts her toes on it and all that. So anyways, that's going there. Room dividers, we're probably not gonna take with us. Hopefully we'll find a home in Pennsylvania that our kids don't have to share a room, but if they don't, then they don't, it's fine. Over here is gonna be their bookshelf and maybe like a lamp. We'll probably for showings kind of get rid of that. Not get rid of it, we'll take it with us. And then I have a carpet coming here and I think that's what we're gonna do. So Lee's out here chopping down a tree. A regular old, he doesn't have a shirt on, I won't show him, but today's the day wow, that's a huge branch. Honey, we're not babe people. I always hear people call their significant other babe. I just say, hey, you know. Anyways, this branch here, and then these sunflowers need to kind of come down from the walkway. So, a lot of moving parts. My goal today is to, like, this is everything that has come from the kitchen. So these are spices and seasonings that we use. And then over here is supplements and cleaning supplies. That's all from the wellness company. So I feel safe keeping it where we eat. And then over here, we really just have things that we are painting. The table for showings is gonna have to have a tablecloth because it's just such a wreck. I have to go through that last box there. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna leave our records. We're gonna move that planter up to the bathroom and then get the clothes obviously off the couch. But right there is where we are going to put, I don't know what to call it, like a mural wall of like Southwestern-y things. And then over here, you know, everything's a mess like always, but I don't know what I'm trying to show you. But yeah, that's the gist of what's going on. Let me show you what I'm working with today. We are doing mushroom immunity because when you are stressed, your immune system, you know, doesn't perform well. So I need to support it as best as possible. Still taking GBX Fit. This helps for weight loss, but it also helps for bloat. And I find myself just really, I guess I'm trying to eat nourishing meals. That's really important for me during this time, but I'm eating quickly. So bloat is inevitable, I feel like, but I'm also eating a lot of vegetables and meats that are filling, and sometimes that happens. Taking chlorella, that's my daily detox, anti-everything, anti-cancer, anti-parasitic. Chlorella is awesome, but it is best known for detox from heavy metals, which are everywhere if you didn't know. I'm taking Amari's probiotics, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then I take Mood Plus every single day. So questions about this. There's 60 capsules in here. On the website, I believe it says 30. And I know that's very confusing because they say to take 2 a day. So this is enough for a month. And I use the bundle feature. So all of the other things that I get, I will tell you exactly what I get right now. The bundle feature that I choose, because it's the cheapest, is the Kids Calm, which the kids take every single night. And this is $59.95 or $69.95. And then I bundle the Mood Plus, which brings this 50% off. And then I bundle the probiotics. And every single time I purchase something, I earn points and I get free things like these electrolytes, the crisp apple flavor. Everything's organic, non-GMO. There is citric acid in here, but when it's organic, non-GMO, I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes they have to use citric acid in certain things, and you should look into that before we judge it. Anyways, GBX Fit is also another freebie that I get sometimes, and Perfect Supplements has nothing to do with Amari. But another thing that I can get on the free list there is Watermelon Edge. So because I've been getting these free things, I have just been using the Watermelon Edge plus the probiotics, and that is my happy juice. So a lot of people say like your happy juice has to be 3 different things, and technically yes, it should be an Edge product. So you could do Amari Edge in grape, Amari Edge in watermelon, or Amari Edge in mango. The mango is caffeinated, and then you're supposed to combine it with a mentobiotic, which is a 3-stream probiotic, but I have this one, broad spectrum, high potency probiotic. So I'm saving a little bit of money that way. And the only thing that I'm not taking anymore is the energy. So dragon fruit gives you natural energy. I'm just not taking that anymore because I don't need it. I usually make an iced tea or something like that later on in the day. So that's kind of my lineup. I know it sounds like a lot right now, but it's been extremely helpful. And then I do some magnesium at night, and then the kids still do the Kids Calm. So I'm going to make this quickly, take some supplements, and I'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, a lot just happened. We're trying to get rid of our plasma TV. Apparently no one buys plasmas anymore. I said in the last video, we're not really TV people. We've had that for like 12 or 13 years. And we didn't know that. So we put it on the Facebook Marketplace for like 30 bucks. It's like a 65-inch plasma TV that we got from a friend for free. Never used it. Works just fine. We just plug our Fire Stick into it, but then no one was buying it, so I put it on for free, and everyone was like freaking out. But what I didn't like was, oh, it's free, can you drop it off? It's free, can I have more photos of it? I need to see a video of it turning on and off, which like I kind of get all that, but I'm like, I don't have time for all that. Either take it or don't. And no, I'm not going to drop it off to you on top of it being free. That's ridiculous. Anyways, someone's coming to get it, and she led the message with that. I have like 20 messages right now. She led the message with, I can come get it right now. Where are you at? And that's how you do it, because she's coming right now to come get it. So hopefully that works. With plasma TVs, I didn't even know this, but they can't be, they have to stay upright. So that's like a whole nother thing. But I'm making my happy juice now, essentially. I have the grape Edge. Some child's next to me. Who is it? Which one is it? Which one? It's a Delilah. And I hear Wild out there. Wilder. Oh, what happened? Okay. She's all right. We are just putting in this this apple electro right now. Anyways, I got that in me. It reminds me of like Kool-Aid, if you ever made that as a child, but I'm putting that in there. But I was called out because my husband needed me to, oh my gosh, it's still,
I want to tell you something.
1 second. My husband asked me to cut down a branch out there, but he snapped a picture, so I'll put it right there. I felt very empowered, but like I said before, some of that tree is dead, but the rest is coming back to it. So that's happening. I need this happy juice. Let me shake it, and I'll meet up with you in a second. Okay, there's cold water in here. I'm shaking her up. She doesn't want water.
Is it green watermelon?
I can give you watermelon. Did you know that they're coming out with a kids happy juice? We do kids mood. Dell's not a big fan of the clove, so I give her a little bit of the watermelon. The new watermelon, however, has citicoline and lion's mane in it, and it's just like a powerhouse. Not, I wouldn't say that children can't have it, but it's not something that she should be thriving off of. So I just give the full dose, and then we just do a little bit of water in there. But the Kiani for electrolytes, that's good for the kids too. I used to rep electrolyte company, and they're so kind, but their ingredients just like aren't what I wanted. Their link is still in my description box though. And then I love Element, but that's a little salty for her. So Amari is the best in my opinion when it comes to like pleasing all of us. So hold on. Golden straw for Miss Delilah. I'm just gonna stir. So that's what's going on. I'm trying this right now. We also apparently were not keeping some of my husband's photography books. Didn't know he has the one. That curl is pretty good for wrapping it in a robe. But anyways.
Dad, I have this pink habit.
Yep, you can show him. Anyways, he has an Alfred Stieglitz book, and that's at home. His Annie Leibovitz book, he has a double of the other ones at home. I have like a few from my classroom, like MC Escher, and just like the classics to show kids, you know, not Edgar Allan Poe. Why can't I think of artists right now? Why can't I do it? I forget. The artist who has made Starry Night. As you can see, I've lost my glitter when it comes, my sparkle when it comes to being a teacher. But anyways, Vincent Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. Anyways, I'm gonna have this. Hopefully that will help me not be too scattered. That's super sweet. So I typically put this in a larger mason. I just wasn't sure. The electrolytes do have that like saltiness to it, and that is what I need. I need to replenish those electrolytes. If I could start my day with this, I'd do it. You know, I would really love, I love the taste of coffee. So I would really love to just completely revamp that and not have any coffee, but I would find that very difficult. So I think I'm going to get off here, close it on out. I wanted to switch up the scenery today. We also are trying to plan a little mountain trip for the kids and us, maybe an overnight. We have friends in a very beautiful part of Western Colorado, so we might try and go up there at some point, and I'd love to vlog that. So stay tuned for content other than moving, maybe some organization, maybe some decoration. I appreciate each and every one of you that has been here today. If you have questions for me, drop them in the comments and I can do another video like this where it's just more, I never set up shots or anything, but where it's just more lax and vlog-like, and it's just me chatting, because wow, I feel a lot better now that I've gotten all that out of my brain, and I am hoping that answered a little bit more questions that I have been getting. So hope you're well wherever you are. If you are missing any content on here, I do have another channel that is Mountain Mama Living. It's linked in the description box if you want to subscribe over there. I make different content. So if you're ever missing content here, I'm usually there, or Instagram, or I'm sleeping. So hope you're doing good wherever you are, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
If I had a boat, I would sail out, take every brother and sister of mine. Roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark, hoping to find somewhere we can call home. But it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water. If I had some time, I'd be biting it well, but my house is on fire, there's no one left to tell. Just take what is given, the doors have been sealed. Just breathe in the poison and hope God is real. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. 'Cause it's mad, yeah, it's mad. Oh, the whole world's mad. 'Cause it's mad, it's all mad. It's mad out there. 'Cause it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black. 'Cause it's black, it's all black, black water. 'cause it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water.